Hi students of class 10. This is my first lesson for you on YouTube, and this is from the book First Flight. Second lesson, Long Walk to Freedom. Actually today I am started a new inning with you, and throughout the year I will be giving you lessons and discussing your problems now and then. This lesson, Long Walk to Freedom by Nelson Mandela. Have you heard his name? The name of Nelson Mandela? Actually, Nelson Mandela has been such a great character, gigantic character in the world scenario that everybody knows him. Nelson Mandela is a household name not only in South Africa but in every parts of the world. And in this is his autobiography, Long Walk to Freedom. This autobiography, he has narrated at length his long struggle against apartheid. You know what is apartheid? Apartheid is a racial discrimination. First of all, let me tell you about South Africa. What kind of country South Africa has been? South Africa was under the white dominance for a long time. Actually, it was a white minority rule on South Africa. White people were in minority, but they were dominant there. They ruled the country like Britishers ruled us before independence. So they ruled the country and they discriminated against the black majority people of South Africa. This discrimination on the basis of race is called apartheid. Race. What is race? In the world there are many races like white people, black people, Asians, Mongoloid. They are all races. When a group of people are discriminated against on the basis of their color of skin and from other regions, it is called discrimination. And discrimination on the basis of color of skin is called apartheid. And this apartheid was practiced by the government's white minority government in South Africa. So Nelson Mandela fought against apartheid. He wanted to end this dominance of the white people on the black. He fought against the discrimination of the black people by the white minority people of South Africa. So this struggle was long and hard. That's why he has written his autobiography is Long Walk to Freedom. This journey to freedom was very long, very hard and very painful. Lots of ups and downs, and this man Nelson Mandela was sent to jail for several times, and at one time he spent almost 30 years in the jail. 30 years in the jail for the emancipation of the emancipation of the black people in South Africa. So Mandela was a great leader of African National Congress. You know Indian National Congress, must have heard of. Indian National Congress led by Mahatma Gandhi won freedom for the country. There were other freedom fighters. They adopted various means. Some believed in armed rebellions, some believed in peaceful means like non-violent struggle against dominance by the Britishers in India. In the same way, African National Congress was an organization, a kind of political outfit which fought against apartheid, and Nelson Mandela was its chief leader. And he suffered a lot for this. And in his autobiography, Long Walk to Freedom, he gives detailed descriptions of this long and hard struggle. It was a long walk to freedom, and he suffered tortures, long jail terms. He was arrested several times, he was interned, and so many restrictions were placed on him. But he did not lose heart, continued his struggle. Actually, I have followed his life very closely. I heard that in around 84 or 85, while he was in jail, he had tuberculosis also, and he was kept in a small cell, a small room like in jail, and he spent around 30 years in the jail. Actually, and you know, like Mahatma Gandhi, he is considered the father of nation in South Africa. Father of nation. He enjoys the same status there. But there is one difference. Actually, I am bringing out difference between Mahatma Gandhi and Nelson Mandela for your better understanding. Both the countries, India and South Africa, were under white rule. But there is one difference, that white people in India, I mean the Britishers, did not settle here permanently. In South Africa, they were permanent settlers. They were the citizens of South Africa. So when Nelson Mandela's African National Congress won the election in 1994, so then white people as well as the black people, they joined the government, and it was a victory for all. It was a win-win situation. It was not that the white settlers left the shores of South Africa like the British did in India. No, they are permanent settlers over there. This is the difference. Mahatma Gandhi also fought against the freedom of for the freedom of the country. Same way, this man Nelson Mandela also fought for the freedom of the black people in South Africa. Both, but they adopted different means. At times Nelson Mandela adopted armed rebellion things, like sometimes he carried out violent activities. He joined also communists in South Africa, and it was different. He moved in different directions at times. Unlike Mahatma Gandhi, he adopted various means to achieve his end. His end was to get emancipation of black people of South Africa and win for them equal rights, and this apartheid should end. Means he believed that equality of all the races in South Africa, and for this he fought all his life. Finally, elections were held in 1994, and his African National Congress won the election, and he became the first black president of South Africa on 10th May 1994. As I told you, 10th May 1994 is a historic day in South Africa, because on that day a black majority government was formed, headed by Nelson Mandela, and around 140 politicians and dignitaries from 140 countries, I think more than 140 countries, came to attend this celebration, this inauguration of first democratic and non-racial government in South Africa. And this happened at the amphitheater of the Union Building, which was a seat of white power previously, and there about 1 lakh people coming from different racial groups, castes and creed, they celebrated, they danced, and they enjoyed the occasion. It was a big occasion in the history of South Africa. In this way, briefly I want to tell you that Nelson Mandela was the father of nation so far South Africa was concerned, and he ended the minority white rule there, and credit goes to him for ending apartheid. I tell you, this apartheid was practiced not only in South Africa but United States. You must have heard the name of Martin Luther King and others who fought against discrimination, and this discrimination, racial discrimination, has happened in different parts of the world. Unfortunately, till to this day, here and there we find some news of racial discrimination and racial comments, but I am sure as the human civilization develops, advances, this discrimination, this inequality will go. And full credit to this man Nelson Mandela. Long walk to freedom. It was a long and hard struggle, and this gave him a lot of moral strength, and he fought on. So actually I want to quote from his that during his trial in 1964, he made this statement which is very historic, and which shows his faith in democracy and non-racialism. He says, "I have fought against white domination, and I have fought against black domination. I have cherished the ideal of a democratic and free society in which all the persons will live together in harmony and with equal opportunities. It is an ideal which I hope to live for and to see realized. But if it needs be, it is an ideal for which I am prepared to die. Mandela's Rivonia trial speech. He made this, that he had firm faith in democracy, he had firm faith in non-racial democratic institutions, and he says that I will fight for this, and if need be, I am ready to lay down my life for this. So this is his firm faith. He was, as I told you, a true democrat, and he believed in non-racial society. I mean, he doesn't believe in the dominance of one race on the other. He wanted equality for all the people, all the human beings within South Africa, and he fought for the, actually he inspired various democratic movements all over the world. So this was Nelson Mandela. I am sure you have understood the background of this story, the chapter which I have given to you, and this will prepare you for the lesson Long Walk to Freedom. I have introduced it. I have given you the background of this lesson Long Walk to Freedom, and this will make your concept clear that this lesson is about Nelson Mandela and his African National Congress's long fight against apartheid, and he succeeded, and he became the first black president of South Africa. And with this I conclude today's lesson. I hope you understood the things which I have explained, and subscribe to my channel, and please if you have any queries to make, write in the comment section. Subscribe to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. It is also a long